guys, it's Via, and today I'm going to be doing kind of a story time, and today's story time is going to be my childhood scary, well, like ghost stories pretty much. Okay, so these ghost stories take place in my last house, which is literally like down the street, and we moved to this house because I was getting older and I needed my own room, and like just as a family we needed like a bigger house. So yeah, and excuse my hair, I literally have like a bad hair day every single day, so you know, you gotta deal. Anyway, so in the other house, I shared a room with my little sisters. I have two little sisters. So I shared a room with my little sisters, and the first incident took place, so like it was around maybe like 2 in the morning, and me and my little sisters were watching TV, and you know when you're little you want to stay up as long as possible, right? So we stayed up kind of late, pretty late, but we were in that stage where like we were kind of falling asleep but not really. We were mostly falling asleep though, and I started hearing these really weird sounds, like high heel sounds. That's like, yeah, high heel sounds. And I don't know, I thought it was nothing at first. I was just like, oh, whatever, you know, it's probably just outside, or like something's banging, I don't know, something outside. So I didn't really worry about it too much. But then my little sister told me, and at the time we had bunk beds, so my sister told me from the top, and she was like, do you hear that? And like, yeah, like the heel sound, yeah. Okay, so like, I don't know, we were both kind of freaking out, and then we kind of like thought about it, and we were like, okay, what do you think it is? And then my sister was like, oh, what if it's mom's heels, you know? What if mom went to go get some water and she's wearing her heels? And I'm kind of like, that makes no sense though. Like, why would mom be wearing high heels to get water? You know, that makes no sense. If anything, she would be wearing flip-flops or her slippers, but not high heels to get water. You know, that doesn't make much sense. So, you know, I didn't want to wake up my parents and be like, hey, you know what? I hear something. There's something going on, and then there ends up not being anything, and then I'm gonna feel kind of bad because I woke them up, you know. So all I did was I grabbed my pillow and I held it as tight as I could, and I walked through. So as soon as I opened my door and I took maybe like 5 steps out of my room, the high heels stopped just completely, and that freaked me out a lot because like we could hear it like really, really, really strongly, and it was loud. So, you know, when I got out and I just stopped, like that freaked me out, and I grabbed on my pillow even tighter, and then I'm just walking through the living room, and I'm walking through the living room, and there's nothing there, and it's really, really dark. Like the only thing that I see is shadows coming from the windows and the screen door, and that's pretty much it, you know, just shadows and stuff. And I'm a little girl, so I'm gonna out. Plus, like, I don't like the dark anyway, so, you know, I'm just gonna make it worse. And yeah, so I'm just walking around and I don't see anything, and trust me, I looked everywhere. Like, I'm not trying to go back into my room and then have something happen, you know what I mean? So I like looked around the couches, I moved the cushions, I moved everything just to make sure that nothing is there. And then I went to the kitchen, I opened the cabinets like to make sure. I checked the fridge. I'm like, motherfucker, you better not be in the fridge, you nasty ass. Like, making sure everything is like okay, you know? But then like I didn't hear anything, nothing weird, nothing strange. Then like as I'm kind of like feeling the feels, like I'm kind of like, okay, like there's nothing too weird about the kitchen, like it's just dark and whatever. I kind of run, but quietly, to my room, because like I don't know, I have like this strange fear that like it's like a little easier to walk into a dark room, even though I don't want to walk into a dark room, no, but like walking into a dark room is a little easier than walking out of it, because I feel like walking out of it, whatever is behind me in the dark can grab me and like take me with it. Like no, like no. So like I just ran my way to my room, and like really quickly and quietly as possible, and I went, and my little sisters were both on their beds, and they were like, okay, like what's up, like tell me what's up. And so like I told them, like, you know what, like don't worry about it, like there's nothing there, I checked and there's nothing, you know, just go back to sleep, everything's okay. And so they were like, okay, fine, like I'm just gonna go to sleep. So they went back to sleep, and I felt fine, like I didn't feel anything weird or anything. So I just went back to sleep, and then like maybe like an hour and a half in, I heard the heels again. Really? Like I felt completely fine. There was nothing going on, and then I just hear the high heels again, going at it, and this time they were louder. They were louder, and they were like stomping around, so I was freaking out, and nobody else heard it. It was super loud, and I guess I was the only one who heard it. My little sisters were out, they were sleeping. My parents didn't even know this was happening. So I mean, I was freaking out, and I just had like my blankets and everything around me. I was so scared because I mean, I just went into the kitchen and the living room to check, and there was absolutely nothing. There was nothing. And then like once I go back to my bed, and like once you get all comfortable and snuggly and everything, you know, then you hear it again. Like, that's creepy, you know. And I was little. I was really scared. I was freaked out. So yeah, that's the first story. And then the second story is when I was in my room, and then I was laying down on my little sister's bed, and I was just listening to music, and I was writing in my journal, and I was just like, you know, just having like some me time, just listening to music, watching some YouTube videos, some music videos, and all that stuff. And all of a sudden, accidentally, I dropped my pen, and when I'm about to go pick it up, and I look up, and I see, so at the time, like, when I was laying down, my door was cracked, so it wasn't completely closed. Like, it had that little gap. I accidentally dropped my pen, and when I go to get my pen, I look at the door, and where the sunshine's supposed to be coming through, because the door's cracked, there's a tall black figure right there, and I freaked the hell out, and I just kind of stare at it. I mean, what am I supposed to do? So I just don't do anything. I just kind of like, you know, look away. I don't know what to do, and I'm freaking out. But then, like, when I finally get the guts to just, like, go and see what it actually is, I open the door, and there's absolutely nobody there. My mom is not in her room, so her shadow can't cast on my door. My stepdad was outside with my sisters playing, and he was watching soccer. There was nobody else in the house, so what was that? I mean, like, whose shadow? I don't know. Like, that's just super weird. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and if you guys like these type of videos, these type of paranormal, ghost encountered, or anything like that type of videos, please let me know by liking and subscribing to my channel. Also, I'm really into the paranormal and like spirits and stuff like that, and like UFOs and aliens and all that shit. Like, I'm really into that stuff. So if you guys are too, I would be more than happy to tell you guys some of my stories that I have about that stuff. So yeah, and also I have more stories about me and my little sisters, because you know how sometimes little sisters can get. Let me just tell you. But yeah, so I have like stories about that, and so yeah, I'm gonna be posting more story times, and I really hope that you guys enjoy it. And so thanks for watching my video, and hope to see you next time.